Hello, good evening. So we meet again on Friday. So today is our once upon a time session. Yeah. So what did I do just now? I miss the sea so much. Okay. So currently, Malaysia is already entering into the recovery plan. Some states already into the stage of 4, and some states are in the stage of 3. Okay, so we are slowly recovering ourselves, and that's good. 90% of the population, adults population have got their two vaccine completed, and after the 14 days, I think mostly have already months. We have been doing this vaccination for months, and now we're reaching like 90%, above 90%. That's why a lot of activity we're allowed to do now. Okay, so tonight, this Friday, my sharing is, I want to share some activity that I miss a lot, especially these 2 years. During the pandemic time, it's not permitted for me to do. And used to be my phobia. This activity used to be my phobia, and used to be like something that I'm afraid of. But once I overcome it, I love it so much. I love it so much. So you guess what is that? Yeah. So what I just wear, that was my mask and my snorkel. And this is my favorite. My favorite of what? See this? This is not my swimsuit. Definitely not my swimsuit. This is actually it's for surfing purpose, and sometimes I want to go to like snorkeling, and this will be my perfect. And I miss it so much because it's quite some time I didn't have chance to do any snorkeling and diving during this pandemic time. So I want to share about when I was young. When I was young. Okay. I think about 28 years ago. 28 years ago. Okay. Now I'm young too. I know I'm young too. So 28 years ago, what happened was I was working in, I was working in Langkawi. And I think the first marine park that I visited in my life, is the very first time I get to know about underwater. That was in Langkawi. So the first marine park is also one of the oldest marine park in Malaysia. That is Pulau. Okay, Pulau Marine Park. So 28 years ago, I still remember when I was there, I was really shocked in my life because, of course, at that time, I do not know much about water. And sorry to say, I'm not a good swimmer as well. But because I'm working as an island guide, and part of my job is I have to bring my tourists, to do some snorkeling activity, even though I didn't swim well. And I'm not even taking any open water course, but because of my job requirement, and I have to bring these tourists there. So I actually learned I would say that I learned from mistakes. I really learned from mistakes. I still remember that when we are traveling to Pulau Paya, and what was happening, we go on a very big, huge speedboat. And because I do not know the environment well, I choose to sit right in front. Okay, right in front. Usually it's very bumpy, in the ferry. It's a big, huge speedboat that can accommodate like about 10 to 15 people. So I chose to, because I thought it was going to be very excited, so I want to enjoy it. And that experience was really, really bad because along the way, we was hit by the big wave. And because of the big wave, and it became very bumpy, and I didn't hold because there's no paddle for me to hold. And I would just say that I'm very lucky I having my life jacket. So I accidentally fell into the water. okay, and the whole group of tourists were shouting because they thought they were going to lose me, okay, and from there I've been rescued. Luckily, the boatman was very experienced and became like a great with me that I took off. Wow, it's actually a very dangerous. You go to the sea, go to the ocean, and I started to like a bit reluctant. So sometimes my company requests me like, Irina, you go to Marine Park again. Why don't you go to Pulau? Then I always tell them, no. Can I choose activities something else like city tour, and don't push me to see anymore. And it takes some time. It really takes some time. And I still remember one of my local guide friend, and he was telling me, he's my senior guide, so he was telling me like, oh, you have to pray. I said, pray the book. So you have to pray to the local deity in order to get protection. So I know this sounds a little bit like silly, sounds a bit like, why you pray to the local deity, sounds spiritual, but you believe it or not, I think sometimes you just have to practice the local way. Okay? So I sincerely went to one of the local temple. And I pray to I pray to the local deity, and it's great that after that I get more. I would say that I get more confidence. Okay, but I still have phobia with the water, and this was happened in 1994. Okay, it was happened in 1994. And 1995, 1996, I was given an opportunity, new job again. So I started to work in Tioman, in Tioman Island. It's also another part of island in it's the east coast side this time. Just now in Pulau Langkawi, Pulau Paya was on the west coast of the peninsula, in the up north. Then I went to the down south in the east coast side, Tioman Island. And I remember that when I was working in Tioman Island, it's also one very bad incident happened. We were in a very small speedboat, and what happened was when we on the way back to the resort, it's only 5 of us because it's a very small speedboat, and we were hit by a big wave again. And this time it was like middle of nowhere, okay? And I start to have a real serious phobia about getting into the island, And I started to ask myself, I said, why I choose a job which is I do not know water well, and I don't have a skill, and yet my job, And I started to request, and I don't want to work in island anymore. And then until in 1999, 98, 99, at the time, I was very down, very depressed, and I got very tired, in my whole this tour guiding job. So I decided that, I think I should quit. So I became like, very depressed and passive. And one day I just woke up and I asked myself, I say, in life, what you actually looking for? Is it like be a coward? Always, just when you encountering challenge, you just want to hiding yourself, or you should face the challenge. Then I asked myself, if I can face the challenge, if I can get rid of my phobia, then I think I can build my confidence. So I'm going to give myself like one opportunity or one last chance to overcome this. Because in order for me to move forward. So I decided that since I don't like water, and I have a few times very bad experience when I doing the island hopping activity, I decided to go for open water. But I did not tell anyone. Okay, I really went back to Tioman Island to take my open water course, and I just secretly went there, and I told myself, no matter how, I'm going to do my best to overcome. And then I realizing that the best way is when I learn, when I gain the knowledge and I learn the skill. And I still remember the first time I'm using the equipment, and I managed to dive down, which is not that deep, it's about like 10 meters, and I start to hearing my own heartbeat. I think this is the first time I learned to get to know myself. Then I suddenly enjoy so much about this video. So I start to tell myself that, Irina, you need to move on, and the heartbeat sounds is so great. it's a very, to me, it's like a healing sound, really healing, and you started to know yourself better. And then the moment you look at fishes and the coral surrounding you, and then you just forget about the very bad memories that you used to have. And then I think this is one of the. I'm glad that I did that activity. I really made myself to overcome this fear. Okay, and I also learned about during the trip, because I have to choose one buddy. Okay, I must get one buddy with me. And unfortunately, my buddy, everything, she is so smart. She learned the skill very quickly. She know how to install the equipment, how to use the equipment, and every time it's like the instructor asks anything, she's able to answer. So I was like envy her. I was like envy her because I'm a very slow learner, and of course I have a pressure also, even though I keep motivating myself. And I think after we completed our open water, I just want to do some fun diving. And of course, I still go with my buddy. And I remember that day, we actually opened water. What we did wrong is we went too deep, because we went down to 30 meters, because the water is so crystal clear. And you didn't realize that you actually dived in so deep, And I still remember that scenery. It was a shipwreck and full of fishes. And then I suddenly forgotten everything, And my little cute dive master, actually he did something very naughty. He went for fish hunting. So he just left two of us by the shipwreck and asked us to just swim around, don't go far away. And then suddenly my body feel discomfortable, okay, very discomfortable. So she wanted to get up. So I was like calling her. I said, okay, because I was learned that I shouldn't leave my body alone. I must always, because since we are buddy, we must always take care of each other. So I decided to follow her up, and I think she was too nervous and very discomfort, and making her more nervous. And then she swim. It's like keep heading her feet like very fast, getting up. But we already in 30 meters deep, so it's too dangerous. Okay, because of the pressures. So what happened was we supposed to have like safety stop, and she totally forgotten. And what I did was I keep pulling her feet. I tried to slow her down because I was just right bottom of her. I was trying to pull her feet, and she just keep paddling. She just want to get out quickly. But I think along when both of us were struggling and trying to pull her, there was a current. Okay, but I didn't realize there was a current, and then we will be swim away. Actually, we will swim away. And then finally, while we will swim away, we also didn't realize that how far we have gone to. But we were very lucky that day, because on the surface of the water is really calm. Okay, so the moment we get up, suppose where we should be up, that's where the boat parking. So ended up the boat become this small size. So can you imagine we was away for how far? So another bad experience, okay, in my open water, during my open water course, okay. But all this bad experience I share to you is not to turn you away. I just want to share to you, sometimes in life, because of some bad experiences, you learn to be responsible, okay, and then you learn to be whatever you want to learn, you want to do. So you must know the knowledge, the skill, and also the code of conduct, the do's and don'ts are very important. So that's how I'm very careful choosing my body now. And along the way, I met my best buddy. Okay, my best buddy is also my partner. We met way back in the year 2000. That was in Mabu Island. Okay, so I think he taught me a different perspective and give me a different impression about this underwater game, because he shared to me a lot of knowledge under the water and about the sea environment, and of course the safety. So I still remember he always remind me, like, whenever you do even any activity you do, first thing, you do not think people should rescue you. So you must learn. The very first thing is you must protect yourself. Okay, and that's why the knowledge and skill is very important. And this is how in the year 2000 onwards, I started to venture myself, into the diving activity and start to have fun, and I started to enjoy. And then along the way, I start to encourage, a lot of friends of mine. If I can overcome it, you can overcome too. Okay, but you just need to find the right guidance to go along with you. Okay, so I'm going to share you one video because I have a group of BFF, my best friends. I miss them so much. Yeah, so just share some our fun video with you. Have a look. Hi everyone. So now we are actually the Bee Tourist community. Today we are doing some fun thing, which is called Discover Scuba at the Pulau Seribu, which is between thousands islands in Jakarta.
Please remember this. Yours is the gray one, yours is the red one. Gray one, the red one. Fresh.
Western button.
So do you spotted me? I was the one, I'm a very naughty one, okay, without the dive suit. I just wear a t-shirt, and the surfing short pants, and I just went down to the water. One thing I like about in Southeast Asia, the water temperature is always tropical. Means it's like the temperature is approximately about like 20 plus. So it's not very cold and it's not too warm. So I love it. Just like my suit, I always like to wear some simple suit or just get down to the water since we are not going to that deep. Yeah. And just now a group of friends of mine, they came from Brunei, and of course the lady from Brunei, she is for this. Not only I think she doing like surfing also, and also she did is like sailing. Yeah, she used to sail across the South China Sea, cool, right? From Brunei all the way down, to Singapore, which is quite great, right? So maybe one fine day we can do sailing again. Yeah, really miss that. So and then another two friends of mine, they came from Laos, okay, and another gentleman from Indonesia, Jakarta. He's the host. And the Pramuka Island, in fact, it's actually the marine park. Okay, it's a marine park belongs to Jakarta. Okay, so it's an area that we conserve. And the reason why this island being conserved is due to they used to have a massive fish bombing. Okay, so that's why most of the creatures under the water, even like corals and so, it's already been destroyed. Okay, and the government decided that one of the best way is conserve it. They become a conservation area and encourage because of law, the protection, and then encouraging the local people venture themselves into the tourism. So even like just now you saw like we go for the Discover Scuba because my friend they never do diving at all. Okay, and Cam, the lady sailor I shared to you from Brunei, she has a ear problem. Okay, she always having difficulty. But as I say, sometimes you need some encouragement and motivation, and she managed to did it. And my friends from Laos, as you know that in Laos country they do not have sea at all. They only have mountain and the river. So this is like first time in their life. Wow, to see the ocean. That's really their first time in their life. Okay, and I still remember Lei, so cute. Okay, Lei. Lei is an interesting man because he was a monk for many years, and then he decided, to leave to practice as a monk and become a normal human. Sorry, become a human. He is normal. He's normal. It's just that he used to be a monk, okay, and then now he's a tourist guide and he's also a tour operator in Laos, in Luang Prabang. So I remember Lei when he getting into the water. So he said, "Oh my Buddha!" We say, "Oh my God!" He always like, "Oh my Buddha!" The water is so salty. So you imagine, that he is actually never experienced the ocean at all. So that was his first time. And Don, he was like so careful, and he's quite tension actually, because at first he doesn't want to try it off, and then we keep encouraging him and say like, come, Don, do it. Once in your lifetime you should do it. So we went to that dive site. It's actually a conservation site also. So that site was all the corals are in replanting. So it's not like they was cultivated naturally like this. It's used to be a massive bombing. All the corals gone, and then now the local people replanting back. And then we can do some fun scuba and then discover scuba. So I take it as a very nice, education. Okay, so that night, that whole afternoon, we were laughing and just enjoyed the discover scuba. So just for your information, even though you haven't learned the open water, but you can actually, in a quick way, just teach you how to use the equipment, then you can experience. But of course, the discover scuba, we will not take you for too deep. Usually it's like 6 meter, 7 to 8 meter to 9 meter, around that deep, that depth. Okay. And I'm going to show you another video also. So besides we do the discover scuba, and what else we did the 3 days trip, in this Pulau Island. Enjoy the video. Welcome back. So in that video, what I have just sharing to all of you, it's the whole area was used to be like just sandy, and right now the local authority have made this effort to turn it into a mangrove forest. So one of the activity we arrange with the local authority, and it's also part of the supporting, on this conservation work, that we planting the mangrove in the shore area. Okay, and that shore area, it's also interesting is because it's also a sanctuary for the hot-billed turtle. So I think today the Thousand Island or Pulau Seribu, not only the Pramuka Island, that is one of the major big island among the Thousand Island there, and it's a turtle sanctuary, and then they have another few zone area outside some other islands as well. Okay, so I think that that whole half a day again, And we were like just not only having our fun, but I think the most important that we share the most, I would say that it's like unforgettable memory. Yeah, because we learn everything like a small little children. We learn to plant the mangrove, and then we try to understand how the turtles from A to Z, like the moment they lay eggs, how they actually breeding the turtles, and they keep it for months, and then before they release it back, to the ocean. So that's why you see one of the natural pool there just now, just by nearby by the shore area. That is like the few months, and even they name some turtle and just wait for the right moment to release them back. Yeah. So I think because of that experiences, until today, this is something like when although this activity together with my best friend we were like did it was in way back 2017, around 2017 or 2018, around that period of time. And ever since, I think during the whole this pandemic lockdown, seriously, we never have a chance to meet each other. But because of sometimes, in life, you did something, and this memory will just never go away. So we will just like keep looking forward, like one fine day, we all will gather back again, and then we will do some fun activity again. So I think to this week's once upon a time, the sharing session it's more on like I want to say something. Sometimes in life, it's not about you like or you dislike, what you fear or what you favorite about. We should be adventurous enough. Okay, do not just because of a small, a little bad experience that you encountered before, and you just give up the opportunity. Yeah, and this planet is so lovely. Yeah, especially this planet is covered with more than 70% is with the water. Okay, and I always have this little imagination, and I always believe that who knows, one day we all really have to live by the water. Okay, because looking at the climate action today now, and also the rapid development and the pollution issue and so on, I don't know we can uphold for how long that able to maintain this beauty of this planet. So I really looking forward. I just wish that everybody get healthy, stay safe. They're very important, and I really wish you can go with me, either snorkeling with me or diving with me together one day. Yeah. So you don't anybody feel free. You can just always you can contact me back if you want to, and then can always check my schedule that when we can go fun together again. Yeah. And if I want to share story about this ocean, there was many to tell. Okay, and I have many favorite sites. Seriously, I think one of the most recent experience I have, which is watching the manta ray. That was way that we were actually in Komodo Island. Okay, so what we do is that was also my first time in my life that I have seen so many manta ray, and we come to so close. Don't get me wrong, I never chase after the manta ray, and I never go approach them. But it just happened that they just like to come so close to me. So ended up what I did was I had to hiding myself. It's like crawling myself into the sandy. Just feel like I'm one of the water creatures resting on the sandy bay. So sometimes in life, this is something that I always, remind me, and then I really wish I can go back to Komodo, not just to see the Komodo dragon, but I think definitely the diving. The diving is so fun, yeah. And another thing I miss is looking forward to go back to Pulau also. The reason why is because of I miss the black-tipped shark. Yes, swimming together with the shark. Fun, isn't it? I know where everybody is scared about, but it's really fun to see. And what else I miss about in my basket list? What else I miss? Yeah, Redang for sure. Okay, Redang. Because Redang is places that don't even just unique to diving, even you do snorkeling, it's really a lot of awesome things, awesome creatures to see already. Even you can see turtle, even like sharks as well, and many more. Then I think in Tioman Island, I missed the night dive. Yes. Maybe some of you didn't know that we can do night dive. Night dive, maybe in the future I got opportunity, then I will share to you. Yeah, night dive is like you just like you entering the discotheque. You know, when you go to discotheque, you see a lot of neon light. Okay, this is something I enjoy about the night dive. Okay, so happy weekend, everyone. Happy weekend. Okay, and see you soon again. Hi everyone. So now we are actually the Bee Tourist community. Today we are doing some fun thing, which is called Discover Scuba at the Pulau Seribu, which is between thousands islands in Jakarta.
Tourists, remember this. Yours is the gray one, yours is the red one. The gray one, the red one. Fresh, fresh.
Western button.
Yeah.